Hi guys, welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to learn about flow layouts in Java. Basically, if you add a flow layout to your container in Java, it will arrange all your components in a row, and all these components will be displayed based on their preferred sizes. So in case space is used up on the current row, the flow layout class, it will utilize the space on the next row, meaning it will wrap your components to the next row. So when you look at these components here displayed on my screen, there are 7 buttons which are displayed in a flow layout uh, in a JFrame. So when you look at my large button 1, it's larger compared to these other buttons, meaning these components, they are displayed based on their preferred sizes. So when you come here and you make this flame larger like this, these buttons, they will be displayed in a single row and they will be displayed in the center, meaning that by default, the flow layout comes with a center alignment, but you can alter that alignment to your desire. So when you make this frame smaller or when you reduce its width, these components, they will wrap to the next row. That means that if space is used up on the current row, the flow layout will utilize space on the next row. So let's dive in and we see how to develop this and where do we need to use this flow layout. So I'll first remove everything so that we develop from scratch. I'll stay with this frame, which I said we'll be using for this all these coming lectures. And I'll come here and I'll left click and remove all unused imports. So if you run our program, currently what we have is an empty JFrame. So let's go on to add some components to it. So I'll come here, I'll add some buttons using JButton, B1 equals to new JButton. Let me copy this from here and paste it here. And I say this is my large button 1. So I'll proceed to import the JButton. After that, I'll add this JButton to our frame. I'll use the .add. This will add a component. Which component? B1, which is our JButton we created on line 20. So let me run this. So currently what we have a single button in our JFrame, and this button is taking up all the available space in our JButton. Why? This is because the JFrame by default, it uses the border layout. This border layout, if there is only one component, that means that component will be placed in the center. And if it is placed in the center, it will take up or it will fill up all the entire space available. So let me proceed by adding other buttons. So first and foremost, I will show you the shorthand to creating these buttons or these components in case you are not going to reuse them. What I mean, in case you need them to be used only once. So what will I do? I'll just come here and copy this, and I'll come here on the line where I was adding it to the frame. I'll remove this and paste this. Then I'll continue to remove this line. So if you look at line 20, I created a new JButton and I gave it a title, my large button 1, and then I added it to the main frame here. I did everything in a single line. Now let me run and we see the output. So guys, I think you can see that the output has not changed. That means everything is the same, but I've just wrote my code in a more professional way. So let me create some other buttons. For example, let me create like 4 other buttons. I'll paste this 4 times and call this button 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I'll run this. So currently we are only seeing button 5. Why are we seeing button 5? We are seeing button 5 because we added these components directly to the JFrame and we never specified the location where to place these components. So that means by default the JFrame will position them in the center. So what do I mean? For example, since the JFrame is using the border layout, we had to specify the position like this. For example, I put this in the north, this in the west, this in the east, this in the south, and I put this in the center. So I think you can see that now our components, all the buttons, they are all displayed because we have defined the layout. Or we have defined their positioning or where we want to look to place these buttons in our JFrame. So I'll proceed to add these buttons to a flow layout and then set this flow layout to our main frame. I'll first undo everything to remain with only our buttons. Then I'll create a flow layout. I'll say flow layout. I'll call this FL equals to new flow layout. I'll just copy this and paste here. After pasting, I'll terminate this and then I'll import our flow layout. So on line 21, I've created our flow layout. That is not enough. We have to set the layout to our frame. How do we do that? We get our frame, paste it here, and then we use the .set layout manager. So we use the .set layout, which takes in a layout manager, and we will pass in FL, which FL, this FL on line 21, which is our flow layout we created. So let me run this. So guys, I think now we have our buttons displayed in a flow layout. So if I make this, I reduce the width of this frame, these buttons will wrap to the next side, to the next row. But we can override the center alignment, which is the default alignment. To do that, we'll come here and we say FL, which is our flow layout, dot set alignment. This set alignment will take in the alignment. We will pass in our flow layout dot, we can say dot leading for our components to be placed at the start. Let me run. So if I run this and I make this more bigger, I see that I think you can see that our components or our buttons, they are aligned at the start. If I make this more small, they will be wrapping and starting from the start. That is the dot leading. But we also have the dot trailing, which will which will align them at the last. So let me run. So this is the dot trailing. If I reduce the size or the width, I think you are able to see that they are being aligned starting from the end. And if I make this more large, they will be aligned starting from the end. So for now, let me preserve the dot center, which is the default. Sorry, it's dot center. Also, we can set the spacing between our components. For example, let me run this program. We can set the space between each component here, and also the space between each row. We can set the space here and the space here. How do we do that? We set the horizontal gap. So we just say fl dot set. We set the h gap. So let me set this to 20. And also we can set, let me say fl dot set vgap to set the vertical gap. I'll set this one also to 20 and then run. So guys, I think you can see the difference. We have increased the spacing here and the spacing here from one row to another row. If we reduce this, you can see that this space has increased. Also, there is something I would like to point out. Do you see all this? We can do all this from a single line. How? The same way we did this. How can we do this? We can just come here on the dots on line 25, which is the dot set layout. We'll just copy this, Ctrl C, and paste it here. And let me comment out this. So if I run this, everything will still be in a flow layout. So everything is in a flow layout, but the default flow layout with the center alignment. So let me go on to also set an alignment here. Let me copy this from here, the flow layout dot center, and paste it here, and remove this dot center and place the dot leading. So if I run this program, if I make this small, I think you can see that the components, they are wrapping and they are starting from the start. This will also be visible when I make this more large. They are starting from the start. So we have added our alignment here. But we can also go on to set the horizontal gap and the vertical gap. How? We can just pass in a 20 there and a 20 here. So let me run this. So I think you can see that our gaps have changed. So guys, on line 25, I created a new flow layout, which is here. I set its alignment to leading here. I passed in a horizontal gap of 20 and a vertical gap of 20. And I set this to, using the set layout, I set it to the main frame. So I did everything in a single line. So that means I can remove even this code. I don't need it. So do you see how we have made this simple? We have used few lines of code. So guys, also, if you are inquisitive of where to use this flow layout, you can use it, for example, when you are developing the point of sales, the POS, like the one I showed you when we are starting these lectures. For example, if you are displaying all the products available for sale, you can use this flow layout. It is more useful. For example, you are developing a restaurant application, which will be showing like it will be showing like the dinners or the foods you have on the menu. When the people they come to check the menu and check what they want to eat, you can use a flow layout to display this.